And thanks to Biden's open borders, cartels are now dominating our immigration system, completely dictating migration and making record profits trafficking in humans, weapons, and drugs. Our next guest is a former Gulf Cartel member. He served time for pushing drugs in the 80s, but says now it's easier to smuggle over drugs and guns than ever before. Joining me now for a Water's World exclusive, owner of Jesse's Taqueria and Bakery, Jesse Ocaña. All right, Jesse, so you were dealing some cocaine in the 80s with the cartel. You served your time, and now you're back as a business owner. Knowing what you know about how the cartels operate on the border, how are they specifically exploiting the border policy today?
Usually a cartel would have prostitution houses in the border town, what we call the red zone. They have they smuggle kids. Either they put them across or they have them there before they go across. And especially little girls that they can use, like 12 years old, and they start teaching them and having them and molding them to their practice, of prostitution. They take young kids and put them on the streets and start teaching them the ways of the street with guns, killings. You can call them hired assassins. You have not only do we have the cartels, but we also have what you call the Zetas. The Zetitas, what they call Zetitas now because they have gotten smaller. But they're just as dangerous or more dangerous than the cartels because they work the border towns and they come across. So we have two entities. We have the cartel from El Paso all the way to Matamoros, and we have the Zetas that are right now in Tamaulipas. So, this is very complicated to some people that don't understand, but I've seen many of their works. I was involved with the drugs, and I could see how they work the drug scene, making it from Mexico all the way to California, and from California all the way, they were distributed all the way up to Washington, D.C., Chicago, Michigan. They had to go that way because then the ports of entry start getting harder. But now it's a little bit different. They're having, just like everybody else coming in, they're disguising themselves with all these people coming in. How can you tell who they are now? They're amongst children, they're amongst 15 to 16, they're amongst moms and dads. All these people, if they can't make it into the United States, they can easily buy them for whatever they need them to do. Drugs are coming in left and right now. I mean, sometimes it's easy for them to do it when we didn't have this pandemic and this crossing. Now, can you imagine when it's free for all?
That's what I said. I think it's only going to get worse. And I don't think anybody understands the sophistication of the cartel business and how ingrained they are in both sides of the border, as you said. Jesse, thank you very much for your analysis. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.